From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set. And today's starting pitcher, Braxton Garrett. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
And now the DH, Corey Jolts. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Garrett with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Colson Montgomery, the next to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Good eye in that spot. One down, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
2 outs, base is empty. Andrew Vaughn now. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bounce to the left side. Torrens with the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park, getting the start for the Chicago White Sox, Davis Martin. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trusted his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Now a jump throw, and they get the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Center field, Grisham settles under it. 2 down. And time down for the Marlins lineup. In that 5 spot, a guy that's been struggling a little bit, Willie Castro.
Yeah, Boog, hitting under that Mendoza line over the last 10 games. He's definitely going through a tough time at the plate right now. I think some of that's probably bad luck. Other, it's just, bad approach. But clearly he's looking to make some adjustments to get back on track. So we'll see what he does in this one.
In into center. Grisham sprinting for this one. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that will end the inning. Scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. Michael Conforto will climb in. The 2-1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And here is Sosa to the plate. One down, base is empty. High in the air, out to right. Freeland corrals it. Out. Number 2. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
This one in the air. Castro makes the play, and that is that. The White Sox leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Miami, bottom of the second. Stepping in, Garrett Mitchell. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Ripped on a line. Grisham backing up, and to his right makes the catch. This is Willie Castro. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
One gone, runner at first. And next is the designated hitter, Junior Caminero. Liner, base hit. Throw into third. The tag out.
Right there. He's out.
Well, that was a great throw from right to cut him down, trying to go first to third. And such an exciting play, and it was tough to tell if he tried to push it on his own or if the base coach was waving him around. But with the ball behind you, that's when you have to rely on your coach to have a good feel for the play, and right there it just didn't work out for him.
And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. That's towards center. Grisham is there, makes the catch. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Miami. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Next is the designated hitter, Corey Julks. This one lifted in the air, left field. Myers puts it away, 2 away.
Up next in Chicago, the shortstop,
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Line drive, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So one left for the White Sox, and we are still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one the other way, and that's down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens. Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Swing and a ball line to center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 2 down. And now for the Marlins, Sal Frelick. Myers off of first with 2 away. Runner on the go. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. Headed for the plate. In to score from first. It's 2-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So runner at second, 2 down. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Grisham sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And that's the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And the slider just misses.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And here is Michael Conforto. That's in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And next to hit for the Sox, Lenny Sosa.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Up the middle. Takes it himself for one, and that's two. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Marlins 2 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. Now at the plate, Willie Castro. To the right side. In time to Vaughn. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And now the DH, Junior Caminero. One out, base is empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Wide throw, and it gets away. Good backup, though. He's right there, and no advance.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's going to be Graham Pauley. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Makes the catch for the out.
Now back, left fielder, Myers.
Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. Line drive, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Marlins leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Gets under it and pops it up. Lopez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two, is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one down the line, and that's foul. Ground ball right side. Wade. And Benintendi is out.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Kyle Teal getting ready to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And a foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
In the air out towards right center. Mitchell going after it. Drops into the glove, and that's the third out. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Luis Torrens. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So now back to the top of the order. So the batting order turns over. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. The 1-1. Oh, right to the backstop. Torrens into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner at second, nobody out. Lifted in the air, right center field. Grisham makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. And now, Sal Frelick.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
That one ripped right center field. Runner in from third to extend their lead.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Davis Martin won't go any further tonight, and he had a tough time keeping them in the ball game today. We'll get a new arm when we come back. New pitcher on here, Chuck Kerr.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to third, and he's out. 2 out, space is empty. In the air, left field. Conforto drifts towards it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now 3-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, here's the third baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck.
The third baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. At the plate, Corey Julks. The 1-1 is fouled off. The White Sox trailing by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Towards first. The flip to the pitcher covering. There to beat him by an eyelash. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it drops in, and that keeps the inning going.
He's been swinging it really well lately. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough, but right there it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
Man at first, Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. The batter will be Michael Conforto. And a 1-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. But there's no play for him, and that's going to extend the inning. Two outs, bases full. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Out towards left center. And that's the 3rd out. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Marlins 3 and the White Sox nothing. Bottom of the 6th, and now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Hit in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And here is Willie Castro. Out towards right center field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. Now it's the DH, Junior Caminero. That one is hammered right field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. And you know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
So digging in, Graham Pauley. That one lifted to left. And it falls. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4. Runner at first with 2 away. And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. Over to first, and he's safe. Paulie, the runner at first with 2 gone. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. It's 5-0.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And at the plate for Miami, Luis Torrens. Now that's smacked to right center. Benintendi makes the catch. That is the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. Marlins 5 and the White Sox nothing. New pitcher for the Marlins, Declan Cronin.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And a swing and a miss. And there's 1 away.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
And Benintendi is out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now a chance for Kyle Teal. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
That one missing inside. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Marlins 5 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The second baseman, Lopez.
Rips that one to right. And Benintendi able to make the grab. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 10. Now.
So up next, Sal Frelick. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Zips it to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Lamont.
2 down, bases empty. Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins.
Mitchell.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
So the Marlins go with a new arm, Calvin Fauché.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Kicks and fires. And that's downstairs.
That's a ball.
2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard. And up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. And that one is lifted in the air. Freeland calls it in, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 25, Andrew Vaughn.
And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Jolks off of first with 2 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Michael Conforto will hit next. 1-1 now. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. White Sox strand a couple. It's 5-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now here is Willie Castro. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 1 down. Now here is Junior Caminero. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's a laser base hit. One down, and now Graham Pauley. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couple of singles back to back. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Chuck Kerr done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Gus Barlin.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
First and second, 1 out. And the batter now, Dane Myers. Way outside, straight to the backstop. and 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Marlins. Sosa slings to first, and they get the out.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Base hit center field. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-0.
Comes through with the RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's the right fielder, Sal Frelick. Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
That to right. And Benintendi able to make the grab. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 8 and the White Sox nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Pauly on the move, and there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. So up next for Chicago, Andrew Benintendi. The 2-1. And the White Sox down to their final strike. 1 strike away. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
2 outs, runner at first. Kyle Teal lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.